What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully, you guys having a good Friday so far. It's the weekend coming up, so hopefully, you guys got a good weekend also lined up. First official weekend of July. Summer's already started, etc., etc. Not sure about you guys, but I'm experiencing a little drop down in overall activity in my clans. Let me know in the comments below if that's been affecting you guys. With that said, let's jump into today's video. We're going to be talking about the brand new summon rush that just popped up in game. It's going to be the first summoning event for the Haggibah fusion. Now, if you guys recall from the fusion calendar for Haggibah, there's going to be 3 summoning events available in this fusion. You don't have to complete all 3 of them. I'm going to bring up the calendar here for you guys. So in the calendar, there's 3 events, like I said, right here, here, and here. So there's going to be 2 summon rushes and 1 champion chase. Now, in the entire schedule, you can skip 1 event. All right. So there's 1 extra rare, which means you can skip 1 event. Naturally, you want to skip the higher, more expensive cost events, which is usually the shard events. So you probably want to skip one of these shard events. Now, I've been getting a lot of comments saying that you should never skip the first summon rush because it's going to put you behind in points. If you guys recall from the last fusion, the second summon rush in that fusion was more expensive than the first one. Well, my general rebuttal is that you should skip events that are just not good to do. Sometimes we have to take a risk, skipping a bad event, hoping for a better event, instead of getting unlucky and getting an even worse event. So in this case, if you guys take a look at the summon rush here, so this is the first event that people would reasonably skip, right? They have the choice to reasonably skip this one. If you guys take a look at the summon rush inside, this one, I think it's going to be hard to stomach for even those people that say to complete it because the rare is coming in at 3,500. Now, I'm not going to say that 3,500 is the highest cost for a rare piece in this type of event, but I do think this cost is quite high. 3,500 equivalent to 7 sacred shards in this event. It is quite expensive. You do see 100 mythical relic materials here for 20 sacred shards worth of points. But this summon rush event is just not very good. It's not very enticing to participate in. There's no boosted event. There's a progressive event that's on right now, and I would argue that this progressive event is just not too interesting. These are the champions available in the progressive event. We have Folan, which was just the previous fusion that just happened. Not saying that these champions are bad. They're actually all very good champions depending on where your roster. Some of them could be absolutely insane. For example, like Benalicia is absolutely insane for a support champion. Brings everything you pretty much want, especially early on in the game. And all these epics are top tier epics. But this summon event is just something that is worth skipping, to be honest. And now with the cost of this summon rush being on the higher end of things, definitely a skip for myself personally. And I will look towards the second summon rush and then hope for a better event. Can we get lucky? And for example, this summon rush will have a 8 sacred shard worth cost Horn Viper. It's possible, but it's very unlikely for a rare to reach that price limit. So I'm going to take my chances with a better event for the Summon Rush 2 for a better price perhaps. And this was my original plan anyways. This was just me looking at the schedule and saying, hey, this is probably going to be a skip, the first Summon Rush, and then we're going to have to look forward to the Summon Rush 2 and participate in that. Now, the reason why I know I'm going to be participating or skipping this one and participating in the next one is because I also know that the third summon event, the Champion Chase at the end of the week or the end of next week, will be something that I will be participating in because there's just too many positives with going for the Champion Chase. And let me explain. So in the Champion Chase, we'll have the option to fuse 3 of the epics for Haggibah. So 3 epics for Haggibah is 750 points. And we'll also have the ability to summon Valarin, the free login champion. Where is he? Valarin. So Valarin, right? So we'll be able to summon him for the champion chase, and that's going to be another 500 points. So right off the bat, we got 1,250 points towards the rare in the champion chase. I don't really recommend going for the epic, mainly because I think the epic is going to be very expensive. I got confirmation from Plarium that it's not going to be a winner take all situation, so it's just going to be a normal milestone that people can reach. I showed in my previous video that in previous fusions, they have given 50 epic fragments for 5,500 points. So in this case, you're getting a full epic champion. I know it doesn't directly translate between different types of fusions like traditional and fragment fusions, but if you're getting 50 epic fragments for 5,500, I would think it's very unlikely that you're getting a full epic for the same price. So I would expect the epic to come in a bit higher. Usually the next threshold after 5,500 is 7,500. So I would expect the epic to come in at 7,500. This is not a very cheap threshold to hit and something to bank on, right? So I think going for the epic for the champion chase is very unreasonable. If you guys can avoid doing that, you guys probably should. Also keep in mind that the champion chase is 2x sacred shards, which means there's no relevant boost for any of the other shards, which means it's not going to be very efficient pulling shards to complete the champion chase. You want to pull as little shards as possible. So this is why I'm mentioning things like, oh, you can fuse the epics. The epics are going to give you 750 points. You can pull Valarin for 500 points, and that's going to give you 1,250 points. I'll also share with you guys a tip here. Some of you guys have mentioned that Valarin will be collectible 2 days before the champion chase starts. Well, you can delay collecting Valarin. If you guys don't know this tip, if you guys are on PC, all you have to do is press the letter R when you're on this splash screen. You guys might have noticed that if you have a reward active here for collecting, even if you press the X button, you guys will collect the reward. So what you want to do is when you're on the splash screen, if you don't want to collect the reward, all you have to do is press the letter R or T. So if you press the letter R, you'll go directly to the shop, and then you can navigate to another part of the game and then enter the bastion. As long as you can enter the bastion, then you are going to be safe from auto collecting that reward. So you can kind of see there, I pressed the letter R, I navigated to the arena section, and then I entered the bastion. Once you're in the bastion, like I said, you're safe. So for example, I have this Skeletor chase. It expires in 7 days. I'm fully aware of that. If I go into my Skeletor chase, you can kind of see here, I have a 5-star split soul for my Skeletor ready to be collected. Now, if I press the X button, it would auto collect this Skeletor's soul for me. I don't want to do that. I want to wait until I know for sure that there's no soul chase tournament that's going to happen. If there's a soul chase tournament and then I will collect my Skeletor soul, and that's going to give me some credit towards that soul chase tournament. That's what I'm waiting for. But I don't want to press the X right now. I want to press the letter R. So I press the letter R, I go to the shop, I navigate to the arena, I click X, 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 and I'm in the bastion, and I'm safe from collecting that Skeletor. I hope that's very clear for you guys. I know it's not easy if you guys are just experiencing this for the first time. So I'm warning you guys now. It's a couple days in advance, so you guys have some practice time. But like I said, on the PC, you want to press the letter R or T. T will work too. So for example, I'm going here, I press the letter T. T will bring me to the profile. It's kind of the same, but you have to kind of navigate. Where do you have to go here? Actually, never mind. I don't think T works. So press the letter R, okay? Just make it simple for you guys. Press the letter R and then navigate and then get out. Go back to the bastion. So if you guys are on mobile, it gets a little bit trickier. So once you guys are on mobile and you guys log into the game, you guys reach this splash screen, you guys want to click the airplane mode. All right, turn off your Wi-Fi, click the airplane mode button, make sure that the plane is on. Then you can click X, right? Then you can click X or or click off the screen, or try to get off this screen, right? Once you're off the screen, your game will start loading up stuff. And then once the game loads and fails, click continue instead of clicking retry. So click continue. The game will look normal. And then once the bastion appears, you can turn off the airplane mode. What you want to do is just get off this screen. You want to get off the splash screen for the collection of rewards, and then you're all set. Okay, guys? I hope that's clear. It's a pretty big tip. It allows you to delay rewards. It works on daily login rewards as well. So if you want to delay your energy collection, you can. Because if you guys know, once you click the X, it's going to auto collect your reward. It's a very handy tip. You use it all the time, collecting free champions, collecting those login champions, etc., etc. But don't worry, I'll remind you guys every time, because there's always new players in the game that need help with that kind of stuff. So as I was saying, 1,250 points there, easy. These are straight up points for the champion chase. I also have, you guys might be in a similar position, but I have a Folin and Talena ready to be pulled here. I also have the brand new Cirsa ready to be pulled. So that's potentially 1,500 points from champions that I want to pull and I want to play with, I want to build out. So again, potentially 1,500 points from those three fragments. You guys might have one, two, three of them similar to me. And you know what? All like after all of that, we're just under 3,000 points and probably pretty close to finishing off the champion chase without having to pull a single shard. And if I were to pull shards, I would just pull mystery shards and get the job done. This is also a good situation to do things like fuse broad maws. Fusing broad maws is going to give you a good chunk of points, 350 points each. And I'm going to pull up a picture here. This is the last traditional fusion that we did, and it's going to be for Pelops earlier this year. So, you know, it's pretty recent. It wasn't too long ago, so I wouldn't say that the prices would have changed at all. This is his champion chase for a rare champion. You can kind of see the point threshold here, 3,500 points. It's the same situation. The champion chase is at the end of the fusion. So people had the option to fuse the epics during this champion chase. Yeah, 3,500 there for the rare. This is probably the price that I would expect for Haggibah's champion chase as well. And I would say 3,500 is probably the high marker. It might even come in a bit cheaper. Also for Pelops's champion chase, it was 2x voids. So it's a more splashy, more higher point champion chase. Whereas the champion chase that we will have for Haggibah is probably going to be 2x sacreds unless the rotation changes on us. But it's probably going to be 2x sacreds, which means it's going to be more difficult to get the points. So you never know. Plarium might just adjust the point thresholds a little bit lower for everything. That's a little bit optimistic speaking, but I would just prepare for 3,500 points. But if it's 3,500 points, you can kind of see here from my point breakdown, you got, quite a good chunk of it for free, or not for free, just by, planning a little bit. And we have plenty of options here to pull recent fragment summons just to get the additional points. There's also going to be the opportunity for you guys to pull things like remnant summons. So remnant. Killing me. Some people are killing me here with the pronunciation, but here, remnant summons. All right, guys. So there is opportunity here. We just had the brand new Curse City reset. So people will be killing Amius for the 100 summons fragments, and that's going to give you at least 250 points from an epic if you guys want to go that route also. So for me, this first summon rush that we had today, it has so much negative about it. It's expensive. It's 7 sacred shards for this rare, which I find quite expensive, or at least on the higher end of what I would think it would cost for a rare. The progressive event attached to this summon rush is pretty weak in my opinion. I have no interest in it at all. So for me, I'm going to use my first and only skip event on this event, and I'll look forward to the Summon Rush 2. Hopefully there's going to be a better event attached to that. Hopefully the price will be cheaper. And hopefully I pleaded my case on my strategy for this upcoming schedule. Like I said, we're going to be participating in the champion chase for sure, and using our first skip on this Summon Rush event, which is total dog poo. And if you guys are part of that thinking where you guys have to complete the first summon event no matter what, then there you guys go. I respectfully disagree on this one, and it's a pretty clear skip for me. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, what you guys are planning to do. Let me know what you guys are doing this weekend. As always, I appreciate your comments and feedback. I'm human. I'm never right all the time. Of course, nobody is. I just do the best with what information I have available. If you guys are pulling for this event, I would highly, highly recommend, here's the last tip I got for you guys. I would highly recommend waiting as long as possible. Okay, guys? Wait as long as possible. Pull Sunday night if you guys are planning to pull for this event, because there is an off chance that Plarium makes an announcement on the weekend regarding the Summon Rush, and it could be something that changes your mind. You never know. Okay, guys? So make sure you guys are pulling on the last day if possible, so you guys have all the information available before committing your shards to the Summon Rush event. All right, guys, so that's going to be the last tip I got for you guys in regards to the Summon Rush. Hopefully this video was helpful, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Thanks for watching until the end. Appreciate your support as always. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next video.